Okay, well it's 7 months since I last posted my last video for YouTube, and that was about the workshops that I do each year, and I've just come back from doing one of them. We only had 3 people on the workshop, but it was great doing them, and I feel that they got a lot from it. Sometimes it's actually better when there's smaller numbers, because it gives people much more of a chance to really share what they're going through and hoping to find some solutions to some of their problems. With larger groups it takes them a lot longer to get around to people, and so yeah, we've always decided that it doesn't matter how many sign up to do the workshop, we're just going to do them. So that's over again for another year, and we'll see what happens for the next year. We've submitted to do the workshops again, but we'll see if they get accepted or not. And in my personal life, of course, there's been big changes. Kieran and I decided some time ago that we wanted to move from Brighton, and we've been living in the flat that we had for the last 15 years. And felt that it was time to move away. And as everyone knows, buying and selling flats and houses is one big drama. And of course we had a drama in selling it, and we've lost one property that we were after twice. One of the things that we wanted to do was to actually buy a brand new house, and then hopefully would have no problems for 10 years, because most brand new houses have a time for 10 years when if anything goes wrong rather, then they get seen to. So we've moved outside of Brighton, and it takes about a quarter of an hour, 20 minutes to get in. And for me that's absolutely fine. For Kieran, I think it's been a little bit more of an adjustment, and so now I think he's adjusted to it. We've been here coming up to 4 months, and we have this brand new house which has 3 bedrooms, and I'll put some pictures up so you can see what the house is like. One of the great things for me was to have a garden, and this house that we have has quite a big garden. And so it's been just wonderful to be back into the garden and digging away and getting my hands dirty and just being with the soil again. I'm afraid we've spent rather a lot of money, and you'll see from the pictures what transformation we've done. Most of the things that we bought are things that are going to come back every year, so although we've spent a lot of money, it's money I think well spent. And so we'll see what happens this summer. The soil is clay soil and very, very hard to dig and to work with. So it means putting a lot of topsoil and also compost, and I've been doing quite a bit of that. Some of the beds are not quite as I would like them to be, but for this first summer we really wanted to see how it was going to all work. And by the autumn I think that we'll change the shape of some of the beds. I actually don't really like straight beds. I rather like curved beds, and that gives it more interesting, I think, anyhow. And so we'll see what happens. What I have done is done a small section of growing vegetables, and that seems to be doing really well, so I'm very happy about that. And by next year I think we'll extend the vegetables. I've got potatoes and lettuce and more tomatoes, and I'm cutting the lettuce and we're eating them now, so it's great, and I'm really happy. And of course it reminds me of the days when I had the small holding in Wales, and so it's back to a bit back to nature, not quite like it used to be, but anyhow it's great. One of the bad things that happens for us was that both our cars went bust, and so we had to look for 2 second-hand cars. And I have this big Jeep, which is sort of seems to me a very butch thing to have, and it has this great big bar on the front, and so I feel really manly in this in this car. and it's high up, so I rather like the feel of sitting and looking around and watching people go by. Yeah. So I'm going to just stop now, and I'm going to post these pictures, and then I'm going to talk more next time about how our life is here and about our neighbours. We've met some very interesting people, and I'll talk about them at a later date. So have fun, everyone, and I hope you have a great summer. So far the weather here has been absolutely beautiful, so I'm very happy.